someone can keep count of the mid spikes, that would be nice. We have one so far. Agnus trying to get a second one, but he spikes himself instead. And a double tag pro from Tacklords. Sambator jukes Void, but can't get past Nihilus. It's actually unfortunate, they didn't know that both of them were getting tag pros. If they knew, I would assume that one of them would leave the other one. You never want to get two tag pros, as Sweaty should have a cap but doesn't use the bomb effectively. Void gets shut down. They have a 2v2 blocks. Sambator should be looking to get past the OD, but he just gets slowed down in mid. If he could get around them, that would have looked pretty good for them. Agnus past 3 people. Tries to boost straight in, but doesn't manage. Still has the bomb. They do have a tag pro. Misses the rolling by a few pixels. Gasol is alone on offense. Actually works out. Don't think the grab was too good, but he manages to live. And gates himself. Gasol should be kissing here. They had the regrab and anti. And instead he dies and gets the other team a cap. I don't know what happened on the regrab. Shades of our first cap on Willow last night. Piggy gets juice. He should be getting the return here. Instead he spikes. That's number 3, I think. Hello, Bulk. Alright, it's number 4. Jukulele has a lot to do. Almost does it. Number 5 it is. Can't blame him though, that was a cap if he managed to get past the spikes. A Sweaty, huge move. Only one to beat. Not the greatest boost route. They still have a chance. Nihilus with the lead. Sambator on the bomb should be staying alive though. Good kiss. They have one to beat. Piggy almost has the spike. The snipe. Gasol coming in. No one on base except Agnus. The blocks aren't really there. The jukes might be. Jukulele holds his ground though. Apparently Nihilus can only play game 1. Pup spawning. Jukulele should have a chance to use it to come in, but it's not quite there. And Sambator sneaks past him. They have a good chance if Agnus can make it into base, but he can't. Ambitious grab against 3 people. Sweaty has a chance now. Sambator does well. The gate is there. Ooh. He didn't have comms, I guess. Agnes gets her up grab past 3 people. Sweaty is there. Avoid being patient. Honking in celebration of getting past 2 people. Tag pro split. Rolling Stoners should be getting out here. Nihilus boosts ahead for some reason though. Piggy doesn't do well with the Tag Pro. Instead, Sweaty gets the solo and a cap. Looking good for the Stoners. As we see another one flying into the spike. Should be a handoff, although... yeah, Nihilus takes it slow. Probably smart, seeing as the other team was passed to. Last pups should be spawning shortly. As Gasol tries to put the moves on Void, doesn't manage to.
Hey MP.
Hello.
So for playoffs, can maps tie or no?
You can, like, if the game is tied, it basically
Like
count.
Half can tie, but what happens if like on aggregate for both halves?
You basically play the next game, and if it's still tied after 2 games, then you play the overtime.
So when you say 2 games, do you mean
the 3 games?
You mean 40 minutes?
40 minutes. All game. It's a game is 2 halves of 10 minutes.
Okay.
So
the game can tie. There is no overtime on games.
There is only if the series is still tied after 2 games. After 3 games. Like you tie game 1, you play game 2 and game 3. Yeah. Okay. Then you play the overtime from game 1. Also, if you tie 2.
Game 1 map?
Yes.
Okay.
The one that was tied.
What were you saying about if you tie 2?
Like if you tie 2, then you still have to play overtime to decide the winner. The winner has to win 2 games.
Okay. So, okay. No, we haven't tied anything yet. I'm just trying. If we do tie a game, I'll check back and find out how it goes.
Sure.
Thanks.
Okay, what was the score? Was it 2? Unless I missed something. Okay, I didn't. I don't think Tacklords had many chances to cap. It's looking good for Stoners so far. And both teams are ready. Let's go again. Oh, I have the wrong scoreboard. Let me fix that. There we go. Alright, Sweaty Pete has it all to do. Too much this time. Gasol gets a honk before he can go into base and instead spikes on mid. Sweaty gets past Gasol, he has a boost to work with. The grab is there, and it's an out, unless... the defense just gets ahead. Sweaty doing so good so far to get out of base consistently. Nihilus should be able to grab here. Piggy gets one return, but it's not enough. Now only Gasol ahead, and he's actually not, because Nihilus has the boost to work with. It's gonna be 3-0 to the Rolling Stoners. And if I'm not mistaken, this is Tacklart's map pick. So an interesting scoreline. And maybe a worrying sign for the league winners. Nice move from Sweaty Pete. He actually had an out bottom, but I can't blame him for assuming that Agnes covers it. Jukalele might get shut down. He's still juking. Manages to get his team double tag bros. Hate to see it. Nothing coming of it, of course. All caps. I always forget. Jukalele has the gate almost. Just a millisecond too late. Sweaty too patient. I think Juke had the block there. I cannot. You can comment to the channel and correct me every time. Only good pop going to Nihilus. Yeah, he's not looking as good as he did look in majors. Agnes, that is. Peggy's slowing down Sweaty. Does enough, although Sweaty has the bomb still. Now he can't die. And does well. Gasol should be grabbing. This is not terrible. If Sunbutter gets past Nihilus, should be a cap, but he doesn't. Well, Agnes playing like it's pubs is kind of how he plays every time. Maybe it's just Jerry who basically tells him what to do. He doesn't have Jerry now. Might be the difference. Gasol gets a nice solo. If they get past Pete, it should be looking good. They all go for the return, no one's covering Ree. Void had a grab, he should have taken it. I feel like that should not have been a cap. But it's minors, so you never know what's gonna happen. As the member of Tag Pro Future Group, I can confirm that it's the new default sound pack. Now Juke pushes it but doesn't manage to get it. That was a close call. Sweaty playing snipe regrab. Love to see it. No good chance for tag cards, but they die instead, and it's actually a cap for Sweaty, who's doing very well to get grabs and stay alive in crucial moments. It is all Sweaty so far. Tag Lord's defense should be hoping to do better, especially with Peggy and Agnes. That should be a dominant defense. No power-up spawning. Sweaty dies should be a good chance for Sunbounder as he picks up a rolling. Doesn't do enough. Although I think that was more on Peggy for not preventing the grab. It's either defuse the rolling sooner or get the reset, or keep the flag in base, I mean. Agnes tries to get past 3 people. If Void doesn't get it, it would have been. But he does well. I think spikes are comfortably in double digits now. What do you mean, child sound? That's the rookie of the season sound, more like. Piggy has a rolling. They just need 1 return. They do get it, and it's a cap. Tied half. They still can come back, doing much better than the first one. Just need 2 caps. And that's a cap, actually. They got caught sleeping. All 4 balls, just not in the right place to stop them. It's a 1 cap game now. As Pups should be spawning soon, Sunbounder could be waiting. He goes for it, which didn't look bad. But doesn't happen in the end. They have no re. Gasol should be staying safe. Goes for it again. It's a close game. They could have tied it already. Rollers kind of on the back foot. As Sweaty communicates through the honks. I feel like the chess.com sounds could be fine if they actually corresponded to what happens. Because if I'm not mistaken, the return and grab sounds are like game start and game end, which doesn't really translate. If you make it a piece capture, that would be okay. That was a good chance, but again, the mid spike is right there. Gasol gets past. If he actually tried to get gate, that could have worked. Does well to stay alive. They still have attack where they should be capping here, but Agnes just lets them pass. Oh, the defense is not having their greatest game. They're pulling back re in a last-ditch attempt to get the cap. Sunbounder has a bomb but doesn't manage to get the grab. Sweaty should be pretty safe. And it's the first game. Just 1 cap in it. Lots of chances to tie it in the end, but unfortunate. And if I'm not mistaken, the second map should be Schnitzel, which is an interesting pick. A lot of haters for this map. Nothing wrong. Just don't really hear that many people praising the map or saying they like it. I definitely don't mind it, but it's a pretty technical map. On majors, it can be pretty frustrating to play, especially for defenders. I just know Bulk wants it. Can't let Bulk play Schnitzel. Okay, Nihilus gets out of group. His work is done. Got a Steamo one game advantage. Well, one work is done, the second shift starts. Very busy man. No one ready yet. Very surprising. The lineup for Tacklarts stays the same. No, Sambater subs out for Phoenix. And we are ready. I gotta love how the boosts look. I'm not sure if I've ever seen 3 boosts, like all of the boosts, in the same space, right next to each other. Big plus. Let's see how Tacklart's defense manages, because it should be a difficult map to play. Especially against Sweaty and Jukulele. Gasol manages a good capping chance, but the return is not there. As Sweaty starts the hold and ends it pretty quickly. Jukulele is getting shut down, but Benfica has the out. Now they're playing... I guess they're not playing anti, just went for pops. Sweaty with a chance, not sure if they should be playing anti when he has a rolling. Gasol is staying alive, almost capping. Unlucky at the end, wrong timing. Phoenix has a chance. The blocks are not there. Agnes goes for the boost instead of blocking the guy in front. Gasol somehow staying alive, doing well. He has the bottom boost, but all 3 ahead. If that went in, that would have been insane. I feel like Peggy's going for the bomb kind of drawn attention to it. If Gasol had it all to himself, it might have been a good surprise. Yeah, it's definitely possible. And Phoenix has a cap. The most common capping route on the map. So far, 100% success rate and attempt rate, I guess. So not their pick, but they're doing well. As Gasol gets past everyone. Jukulele should have the pop though. Actually doesn't. He moves off the tile. If he just went for it as it spawned, he'd stay alive. And Agnes gets another one. They're kind of falling apart. Sweaty has to save this one. Piggy does very well, but the defense lets him down. And it could be another. Not quite there. As I'm hearing, Sant Haddies won the first game. So only one upset so far. And it looks likely to stay just one after this game. Unless something happens, which it might, as Jukulele gets one back, although Gasol gets a tagper for it. And they have a tagper in juice. One death already. Benfica not doing enough. Hard situation though. Piggy probably could have gotten bottom. He's not complaining though. Has the boost all to himself. He goes for the straight boost. I don't think it was there. Gotta love the confidence though. Good work from Phoenix. Unlucky to not get it. As El Miracle says, he's definitely made a difference. Agnes has a grab with rolling. This should be a cap. I was gonna say all he needs is a smart defusal, but it doesn't end up happening. They're all just keeping the pressure up. Stoners can't catch a break this game. It's just one capping opportunity after another. To their credit, they did cap of the only one I can remember that they did have. This might be another, but just gets caught by Agnes, I think. Now a bit of a break, although Gasol just completely ruins it by bringing in another cap. And it's 4 up. Yes, the honks are triggered by up and down at the same time, or spacebar, if I'm correct. Yeah, I think so. That's actually a double of one tag pro. Pretty unfortunate to allow from Stoners. It's just 2 caps now. I gotta say, the Stoners are pretty clinical. They just don't generate as many chances. Which kind of makes sense, seeing as the map is favoring attackers, at least as far as getting out of base is concerned. As we see it with Gasol getting past the Juke Juice, huge moves. He has 3 to beat. Piggy should be shutting down Sweaty, although he gets kind of juked, but recovers. Now a chance for Agnes if he just goes bottom, but the boost gets stolen from him. Sweaty's doing well to patiently wait on the top boosts. No way to really bring it in. He has to come cut back. He could have top boost if he boosts for it immediately. Instead goes bottom. Block's kind of there, but he would have to go right. He kind of does, but right into void. A risky grab from Piggy. Just in time for the 25 though. 0.25 I mean. Now 2 people should be dying, maybe? Yep, Phoenix does well. Great bomb. Extends the lead to 3. And the regrab chain doesn't stop, as Gasol gets easily past void. And honks in celebration. They are really enjoying themselves. Now they should be going for power-ups. Void should pick up left one, and it's a tag. They've been clinical this far. Let's see if they can use this one. Ukulele goes bottom. Interesting choice, as it leads to him getting sold by Agnes. And we see the EU route from, I think, Benfica. We gotta have one. At least one every game. Piggy gets the spawn. It's back to 4-cap lead. As Void tries to cut it just before the end of the half, but doesn't manage. Looking pretty dominant. Agnes 20 returns back to his best. Actually, both of them getting caps as well. It is looking all stoners. Sorry. All tacklers, of course. I imagine the stoners will take some time to catch their breath after that half. I know I would. But instead Void just says they're ready. Alright, and we're going back. I think no changes to the lineups, interestingly, at least from the Rolling Stoners perspective. Nice spawns from the tacklers, although Gasol kind of ruins it. Where he almost gets past everyone. I do not know some banter. The mix is Cocolino deep. I don't know the individual songs. That was a dangerous call. Dangerous close call, I mean. Alright, first pup spawning, Gasol gets tag, and unfortunately they get a second one. Fortunately it is in base and it manages to get them the reset for the cap. Now we see the second tag curse. We get some insight from Moggy. Yeah, if I can describe the Schnitzel games so far, it's definitely just constant grabs. It works for one team, doesn't work for the other. As Gasol gets past 3 people, great timing on it. He almost had it, but it's hard to be in time, like take advantage of it without the with the pink disadvantage. Like he didn't have enough time to react. As Piggy has the cap, sneaks in with great anti-play being played by Agnes. It's really not looking great for the Stoners. Great boost into the spike there. Really technical play. Don't see it very often. Gasol gets out again. Ooh, double split. He just goes for plays at this point. The combo was just the icing on the cake. If you're the Rolling Stoners, you pretty much think about just disrupting the play at this point. Stop letting Gasol and company just run away with it. Now they have a 2v1 in base. Good grab, taking advantage of it by Jukulele. The OD gets ahead. Sweaty kind of putting himself in a bad position. And somehow jukes past Gasol. And gets the rolling. Agnes just camping the bomb, hate to see it. No fun. Gasol goes for a risky bomb, doesn't pay off, but they do save the cap, at least one. Ooh, great boost from Phoenix. And great spike by Benfica, I think. Jesus, he's putting the moves on them. Phoenix and Gasol are just destroying the defense. And the pop control should be very much in favor of them. Only 2 pops for the red team. As this should be another cap, perhaps. barely, not in time. Unfortunate kiss, although it could still work out if Gasol brings it in. They keep grabbing on 3 people. Not a great strategy when their defense is playing like Piggy and Agnes are playing right now. Jukalele tries to get it, take advantage of the pop spawning, but the blue team is there. The reset is set up. Void has the top bomb if he can manage it. No Benfica trying to show his offense how it's done. Not this time. And him leaving probably caused the tacklers to get out. Nice snipe. Back to our reset. Now, Sweaty is past 4. Good decision not to take any boosts. It's easy to screw that up on Schnitzel. Now they could have another if they can get Piggy, but he has juice. A kiss probably would have been fine if... Oh! Benfica's not there. He kind of got stuck on the walls, I think. It's just not going their way. Even on simple plays like that. The important thing is probably to mentally reset from this game, because it's still looking like they're kind of not playing to their full potential. And if they keep missing plays, like not doing the simple things right, it can bleed into the next game. I think it's 6 cap advantage at this point. For tacklers, it's pretty much them getting 3 people ahead of the flag. The opponent's flag. Opponent's FC, I mean. And just getting a grab from OD. Getting out every time. The reset just never stays there once they have to defend 3 people. Even 2 are a challenge. I think Gasol goes for the step and he has it. Sweaty gets completely destroyed. Yeah, this is not what you want to see. At least from the Rolling Stoners. You don't want to give tacklers more than they already have. Very interesting scoreline, considering that this was tackler, the Rolling Stoners pick. Alright, we are going into Valor. It's kind of an in-between map, comparing it to Salix and Schnitzel. So we don't really know how it's gonna play. It's not as as easy to grab on it as it is on Schnitzel, but it's also not as defensive as Willow. Some team talks going on, probably. Hyping themselves up for the final game. I think the key point here is stopping Gasol and Phoenix, because they're pretty much running away with it at this point. Gotta make sure they don't get anything in the first minute or so. Shout out to the group for not breaking so far. Probably jinxing it, but still. Alright, Void says 2 minutes. They should use their time here. How's the second game going, by the way? Let's see. 9-9? Am I seeing that correctly? No, apparently they input the score from half one. Although it does mean that there will be potentially overtime being played. And I assume that it means that they play game 3 as well. Okay, they're ready. Let's go. It's for all the marbles. Do we have back to group? I think we do. Gasol is probably still watching back his cap on Sweaty at the end of game 2. Can't blame him. I think they switched to Stink. There will be overtime decider potentially being played in that game if Ball Blacks manage to win the game 3. Because the second game was tied. Alright. We are ready to go. Yes, that is correct. Nope. The over, like if the third game goes to St. Haddies, then they win, because they get 2 out of 3. And if the Ball Blacks get it, then they play overtime to decide the tie, because it's 1-1. The reason being that, for example, if you get 2 overtime wins, it's kind of like not a great way to, not a big margin of victory. Like, you basically tie 2 games and then you, let's say you have instant OT, then you basically just get the first cap quicker in 2 games. That's an unlucky way to concede. Almost saved it. I think that was Agnes. Like, getting out on 2 overtime losses is pretty tough. Playing the third game at least gives you a chance to basically cement the win, or give a chance to turn back the tide. No, you don't, Jim. That's only if you tie the first game. If the second game is tied, you play the overtime on the lower seeds pick. There is no advantages in the format. Just wait. Just gotta wait until Sunday. Oh my god, Benfica pulling the moves on tacklers. And Sweaty has a rolling, but doesn't manage to use it in any way. Jukulele should have maybe taken the boost, but manages to still save the cap. Sweaty gets juked. Gasol is safely out. No anti being played. Void should be getting out here. Instead waits. Maybe a little too patient. Gasol almost out. 2 rollings, hate to see it. Although Agnes does manage to preserve his. And he just bombs into a defender. The Rolling Stoners are looking much better on defense, as Sweaty should be getting a cap here. Unfortunate boost spawn. Good kiss. They still have a chance. Jukulele doesn't trust himself. Now Piggy's past 4 somehow. Whoever grabbed there just did a bad job. El Miracle knows all the songs. He's insane. Gasol passed 1. Can't die though. Ooh. Sweaty gets juked for the 2nd time. Gasol probably already in his head. Nice. Agnus gave way too much space to Sweaty and spiked himself afterwards. Pops are spawning. Piggy should have, unfortunately, just a rolling. Juke goes to Juke. Kind of a waste of a Juke Juice sitting on regrab. And getting antied right after. If Phoenix had the boost, that was a cap. Unfortunate. Benfica as well going bottom. Could get sniped. No anti being played though. Sanhari's winning. They're still not playing any anti whatsoever. Which is interesting considering how easily Gasol and Phoenix were getting out game 2 right before this one. Now Phoenix passed 3. Nice boost right in time. Good job by Phoenix to go over the flag tile there. It's interesting, I thought the Ball Blacks were really underrated going into the semis. Not saying they still can't win it. But I guess Sanhari's definitely one of the strongest teams. Back to the game though, Gasol is finally having an anti, but it is being played on Juice, so it's not looking very likely to come into fruition. Loves Pups spawning shortly. Piggy finds himself... Actually, the whole team is playing their reverse positions. Gasol probably dying to get on offense. As Juke puts the moves on him. And Bad Flaccid, that's just giving a free cap away to the Stoners as they're looking for another. Benfica will have a rolling grab. Tag for a head though. They thought about pushing it but decided... thought better of it. Was there a season winning minors team without Americans? I'm pretty sure there was. There had to be, like, in the early seasons, because I'm pretty sure all Americans played majors then. Alright, tight game. Pretty exciting. As expected, the map is kind of in between the previous two. Season 15 could be a shout. Who was on the team? I know live. Wait, I can actually check. We have Selkie Live, Jim Jensen, John Jones, Peskis, and Benfica. I don't see Americans.
Hello, am I allowed to join?
Just for you, I'll say yes.
The other half ended 3-2, by the way.
So it's done? Or is it just the first half?
That's just the first half.
Oh, that's closer then. Still a chance, hopefully. We need some OT. Tacklers were red the previous half, right?
Actually, I don't remember.
I think so. If not, they're just gonna yell at me. Yeah, they had to be.
Do you think this game is going to go OT?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, it's looking close so far. If it's not gonna be OT, then it's gonna be like a heartbreaking moment. 2 tacklers or something like that, deciding the game.
The other game still stays close. 4-3.
Alright, we're going with the potentially the last half.
Let's see, exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like they switched some banter from Phoenix.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. They were pretty dominant with Gasol on game 2, but it didn't translate to this map. Now Sunbutter could be out. Unfortunate. They should close him down. Sweaty has bottom boost. Sambatar does great. He has the boost, but Juk... Yeah, Juk is right there. I think they could have picked him up, but no one blocked. Pup spawning in 10. I thought Gasol was gonna boost for the pop, but they still should get it. They have 2 juices. Pretty decent, although Piggy tries to go off.
Can translate to something good.
Yeah, Piggy tried to go offense with the juice, then he saw that they already had 2 people on offense. Then whoever grabbed on the Rolling Stones died, so he just went back. It's the classic miners confusion.
Try to go very aggressive with the Juk choose Gasol.
Mm-hmm. The defenses are doing much better. Although the grabs against 3 people don't help. Nice move by Sweaty. Has all to do. Too difficult. Nice 1v1 Juk. He has the bomb. It could work.
Yeah.
Bad grab, although ends up working out. Pretty nervous game, I think.
A lot. Very careful.
Yeah, a lot of half chances, but not really something concrete. They just end up getting ahead and grabbing, slowing things down on OD.
Yeah, I haven't seen a real chance this game except that bomb play.
Mm-hmm.
They get tag pro?
Unfortunately, they get 2. Sambatar has the Juke. They have 2 blockers, should be a cap.
Yeah, should be
oh no.
Oh no way.
I think he could have just walked bottom first without cutting into the flag.
That's just nervousness, I think. He just rushed.
Yep. He just thought it was a cap.
Again, a similar kind of play there. No patience and they're past 3.
Mm-hmm. They have a bomb. If they get out here, it's dangerous. Unfortunate boost. 3 people on D. Have a bomb to work with? Maybe. They did well to slow the tag pro down. It's gonna run out soon.
Probably flag pro.
The defense is not in the base though. Oh! That's just unfortunate. That was actually potentially a cap the other way if the boost was not into the spike. Jukulele, great move. That might be another one. Ooh, huge grab from Gasol. Saves a sure cap there. You can boost low, and they could have the block. Not quite there. They should think about pops. Piggy gets boosted off by some banter. And he gets boosted off. Still ends up getting the tag, bro.
Tag split.
The grabbing here is not terrible. Ooh, unfortunate timing.
I feel like this will end with the cap for one of the teams.
But I don't think so. Although, with moves like this, it might.
Rolling Stoners seem in control so far. After one
Yep. The cap kind of... Oh, Agnes was safe there if he just kept going. I feel like the cap kind of came out of nowhere, but they did well to build on it and not give tacklers any chances to settle, equalize.
maybe chance for Sweaty, but there's 3 defense.
I think Ball Blacks are out from reading the chat. Ooh, that bomb could have worked for any team, really.
Yeah, they're out. Second half 12-6. And it's over.
Feels bad. But congrats to St. Haddies, building on their dominant performance in the league, the regular season.
Should be nice finals.
Yep. 3 minutes to go. Power up spawning. Gasol almost gets to Tagper, but it goes to Benfica.
Take it all. See if it works.
Piggy should have a grab. He just flashed it. And Blackpearl the other end as well. Very KGFR so far. Gasol might have something here. He's past one. Takes it slow. Interestingly, Tackler's defense is not doing as well as the other games in the first half. They're letting the Stoners get out a lot. And in crucial moments as well.
Yeah, they seem less focused this game. It's this half.
Gasol running circles around Void. They didn't get the juice.
Oh, the...
Piggy should be out, maybe past 3. He does have it. Not quite there. Sambajo should hold for regrab. He does well. Although going back is questionable. Piggy won't get past mid, surely. He does somehow. He almost had it. The flaccets on OD are really questionable. They're not punished, but I feel like they're gonna be eventually. Just 1 minute left though.
Yeah,
They need...
very desperate not to let in a cap.
Yeah. It's just that the tacklers, flag carriers... Ooh, Sweaty with the dagger.
Yeah, should be...
Just perfect timing, taking advantage of the pups.
rolling grab. I think this should be... almost...
And the boost, although... Yep, great blocks. That should actually do it. 30 seconds, 3 caps.
Unfortunate for attack.
This could be one, but Juke is not really going into base.
The Rolling Stoners picked themselves up well after the Shinsu game.
Yeah, tacklers just needed one moment of taking advantage of the flashes on OD, just being patient, going to base. Instead,
It's questionable.
yeah. Welcome to all the raiders
Fine, but
who just managed to catch the last 10 seconds of the game. Big performance by Sweaty. Yeah, he got out at will. Pretty close game though. It was just one cap for like 8 minutes. Then it just...
yeah, they just fall apart.
Yep.
So looks
They
like
went-
it will be Rolling Stoners from St. Harry's final.
Yep, St. Teddy's versus the Rolling Stoners. The first seeds gets knocked out, interestingly. gonna be number 2 against number 3. And that ends Tucklord's season, as they're eliminated in majors and minors. That game was 4-0. Alright, I'll be updating the sheets and stats shortly. And yeah, see you next Monday.
See you.
Apparently NFTPM is also up, so that should get some people, I think.
After party 50 PM, why not?
Yep. I'm gonna go do the stats.
Cool, nice stream. See you next Monday.
See ya, thanks for coming.
Well.
And thanks everyone for watching. See you next Monday for Stan Taddies versus the Rolling Stoners.